Amara stared at me with fear in her eyes when I confronted her about my fake social media account. I thought Amara would deny it, but her silence was deafening. She knew something I didn't, and it was terrifying. I kept waking up to notifications for posts I didn't make, photos of places I'd never been, comments on articles I'd never read. My coworker, Jake, warned me that someone was impersonating me online. He showed me screenshots of conversations where I had been arguing with strangers, making plans to meet up. I tried to brush it off, but the posts started getting more sinister. One day, there was a post about how much I hated my job, how I was planning to quit and start over. The next, it was a cryptic message about secrets and lies. I reported the account, changed my passwords, but the impersonator was always one step ahead. I started noticing strange patterns. Posts always seemed to come in threes, and they always hinted at something deeper. I couldn't shake the feeling that someone was trying to tell me something, or worse, set me up. I asked Amara about it last night, and she looked like she had seen a ghost. Her eyes widened, and she dropped the glass she was holding. Shards of glass scattered across the kitchen floor. She'd been acting oddly for weeks. Strange phone calls, hidden text messages, a distant look whenever I mentioned my social media. She would jump at sudden noises, her eyes darting around the room like she was expecting someone to jump out from the shadows. One evening, I found her scrolling through my social media, her face pale. She was sitting on the couch, the blue light of the phone illuminating her face. When she saw me, she quickly put the phone down, but I could see the fear in her eyes. I confronted her about the mysterious posts, and that's when she stood silent, staring at me with eyes full of fear. I demanded to know what was going on, but she just shook her head and turned away. She grabbed a small notebook from her nightstand and handed it to me, her hands shaking. She mumbled to herself, her voice barely a whisper. I couldn't make out the words, but I could see the panic in her eyes. She stopped suddenly and turned to me, her eyes filled with a mix of fear and desperation. She reached out, her hand trembling as she grasped mine. "I can't," she whispered, her voice trembling. "I can't tell you, not yet." I opened it to find pages filled with dates, times, and cryptic notes. The room was quiet except for the soft sound of the notebook pages turning. My heart raced as I flipped through the pages, trying to make sense of it all. Amara watched me, her eyes filled with a mix of fear and desperation. She bit her lip, her fingers tapping nervously on the bedside table. Just as I was about to ask her what it all meant, she whispered, "You need to see something, but I can't show you until you follow so you don't miss part 2.